Hey everybody, my name is Toby. Welcome to my channel, Tales from the Treadmill. Here we talk about my past addiction issues, my road to recovery, and the light that I've found in sobriety. If you're new here, please click the like button on my videos and subscribe to my channel and hang out with us here on the road to recovery. You know, if you find yourself struggling right now with these type of issues, please reach out in the comment section or send me an email. I would love to talk to you and hear your stories about what you are going through right now, and if I can help anyone at all with any kind of advice or anything like that, you know, from my personal experience. I'm no doctor or anything like that, but I've had tons of life experience and dealt with addiction issues since I was probably 20 years old or so, and I'm 50 now, so that's about 30 years. So anyway, I would love to hear from you guys. If you're a returning subscriber, you know, just thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate all of your comments and suggestions, and you know, all of the positive feedback that I'm getting is really amazing, and I love hearing it. So super excited about this week. Halloween is coming. It's mine and April's favorite holiday. We went out last Saturday night and got dressed up, and I wore my Michael Myers outfit, and she wore her clown costume from Halloween for Jamie. So we went out and took pictures, and we went to this really cool Halloween exhibit this guy does in Rowlett here called Nightmare on Hanover Court. If you get a chance, go by there and check it out. It is amazing. It's characters from all these different you know, scary movies, and it's an amazing thing. You have to see it in person to understand how awesome it is. So anyway, just want to get into today. You know, I left off where it was pretty much the end of 2020. The madness in the world that was going on had occurred, and we're moving into 2021, and you know, it's a brand new year, and I was thinking, man, this is going to be amazing. I made it through, you know, 2020, and if I can make it through 2020 sober, you know, with everything that happened, I felt like, wow, you know, I think I've got this. Well, then 2021 was like, hold my beer, you know? So 2021 started off great. I got my real estate license in January of 2021. They cleared me for that, which was awesome. I was so excited. I had talked to a couple different brokerages, and I started off my real estate career with the brokerage, and they had a training program that I was going to 4 days a week, and they just kind of threw you to the wolves. So what ends up happening though was, let's start back in January, okay? January, because I was starting the training program on March 1st. So I was in middle of January or so, and you know, I knew that was coming, so I had a few weeks to prepare for that, right? So you know, unfortunately, we lost April's granddad in January of 2021. It was a you know, just such a sad time for us, and such a huge loss for our family that it was tough, you know. And I'm going to go through these stories too, because again, I'm not trying to be a victim or anything here, but just my whole thing about life is that life throws you these curveballs that you are not prepared for, right? And what I used to do with these curveballs is I would go and drink them away, thinking that that was helping. But you know, once I got into 2020 and things like what, you know, figured out that I just was done, I didn't want to drink anymore. The way I was dealing with things, again, it goes back to those coping mechanisms that you have. You know, what is it that you go to try and deal with these things that happen? But life just throws things at you, and you know, and it's never going to stop. Life is just like that. Life will continually, it's a roller coaster, you know. It'll continually, there's going to be awesome times, and there's going to be times where it just punches you in the gut, and that is just part of life. And you know, the biggest problem with stopping drinking is those type of things that hit you. You just, it's real easy to go back to the bottle, or it's real easy to go back to whatever negative thing that you were doing it, but it's not helping you in life, right? So we lose April's granddad at the beginning of 2021. Such a great man, served our country, and was just a beautiful person. You know, helped raise April, and was just an amazing guy, and I feel very fortunate and lucky that I got to know him for the years that I did. And the thing that happened is within a week, her grandma, his wife, who, by the way, is 99 years old as of the end of September, another amazing person, she unfortunately fell and broke her leg a week after, he had passed. So she went to the hospital, which delayed us having the funeral, right? And I've got this real estate stuff going on. I'm starting this new career, and it's just crazy how when you get into real estate, and anybody that's in it knows what I'm talking about. So what ends up happening is we had to delay the funeral because Grandma was in the hospital with a broken leg. They fixed her leg, and next thing you know, she's up walking on crutches, right? Well, so then we get into February, and what happens? Snowmageddon comes around. It was insane. So Snowmageddon hits, right? In February, just an insane thing, that craziness, everything shuts down again, and I had to drive all the way out to Grand Prairie to get my aunt so she could come here and say, because she lost power. I'm sure that happened to a ton of people. So that happens, right? And so next thing you know, it's the beginning of March, and I'm starting this brand new career. I go to my first day of training on March 1st, and on March 2nd, we had the funeral for April's granddad. It was just such a whirlwind those first couple of months that happened of emotions. It was ups and downs and just crazy emotions, you know what I mean? And then I'm starting this new career, right? March 2nd, we had Granddad's funeral, and just a beautiful service and everything like that, but just such a sad occasion, and then within a week or two, we find out that April's other granddad on her mom's side, or on her stepdad's side, he lost his dad. He passed in Milwaukee. So while I'm starting this training for this new career, which is an insane amount of work that you do when you're in real estate, and to learn real estate, when you're actually doing it, the school is one thing, but when you actually get into it and you start practicing real estate, it's an insane amount of knowledge that you have to learn very quickly. You have to figure things out very quickly, and it's just coming at you like a freight train. It is insane. So, but what ends up happening is I'm going to this training 4 days a week out at the Star, where the Cowboys practice, and it was really good training. Every single day they brought in a new expert to talk to us about a different aspect of real estate. It was a lot of information coming at you, very quickly to absorb. And at the same time, I'm kind of in this weird frame of mind of loss and grief and, consoling my wife, consoling her family, our family. And it was a lot, right? So we find out that her other granddad on her mom's her stepdad's dad passes away. So we end up flying out to Milwaukee to go to his funeral. Another beautiful person, an amazing man. And so we go out there for that. And again, it's just, the emotions were just it was such an emotional roller coaster. That's the best way to put it. The beginning of 2021 was such an emotional roller coaster. We came back from Milwaukee. I get back in, try to get back, and I'm trying to work on leads and work on all these things but my mind was just so cluttered with everything going on. I was just very all over the place, especially emotionally. And within a couple more weeks, my daughter's older sister lost her boyfriend tragically in a motorcycle accident. And he was such a great kid. I love this kid. And he served our country too. And, all of this is happening within a couple months period of time at the beginning of 2021. So I guess what I'm getting to here is that, life will throw these curveballs at you. And, one thing that I realized, again, I guess I'm going to talk about this again, through all of this, is that, my will to stay sober had grown very strong, because I was able to get through COVID. I was able to get through several deaths in our family with the funerals and start a new career. And I'm not sure how I would have been able to handle that 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think I would have. I think it would have just like pummeled me at that time. And I definitely wouldn't have dealt with things as well as I did in 20. I had a rough time being sober in the beginning of 2021 with everything that happened and starting the new career and the 3 different funerals and all of that. That could have knocked me down, but I was able to make it through that, and it just gave me more faith in myself that I can make it through anything if I can make it through all of that, you know. And life continues to throw these curveballs, you know what I'm saying? It's never ending. But what I have found by staying sober is that I can deal with things in a much better way, and I'm much more present, not only for myself but for everyone that's around me. I am just a better version of who I am being sober. So I guess that's the message that I wanted to get across today, everybody. Thank you again for being here on this road to recovery with me. You know, I always look forward to these videos now every day. Again, please click like and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And please leave me any comments or suggestions down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, let's go Halloween, all right? Oh, let me know what you guys are dressing up as. That would be awesome too, okay? All right, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again.